good when the stage drops. Believe me when I say she don't look good. Believe me.
Yo, what it is, TDC, it's your boy Srotonn here, but you can call me Tone. Listen, DreamCon, what's up? I ain't gonna lie. Everything they said about DreamCon, good, mostly good. Some of the bad things are true. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of the bad things are definitely true. But I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, 100%. And it's only a 9 out of 10 because none of the events started on time. None of them. And I just, you know, it is what it is. Maybe I'll go into a little bit, but I feel like that's all I really got to say. Just none of the events started. But let's start with the first thing. Was premium badge worth it? I know people want to know, right? Was it worth it? To me, I think it was. I think it was. Now, was it a necessity? I can't speak to that. And I will say, because I didn't use it to the full capability. I'll be honest. I didn't use it to the full capabilities. What it did for me is it let me get into events before everybody else. So I did like that. It was cool. But then with that, you just got to get there early. Regardless of what badge you got to get there early. But premium do let you be like, hey, just go in. And I can't prove this, but what's something that I don't think you have to RSVP. Don't hold me to that. But I think you don't even have to RSVP for these events if you have a premium badge. Cause I know a lot of times, like when I went for, we're gonna talk about the events, but when I went to Dodgeball, when I went to Bay Brigade, it was like, what badge you got? Okay, go. Didn't even check if I RSVP'd. I guess they just assume it was in there because I don't know. So if you don't feel like RSVPing, which I don't know, kind of just don't make sense, but if you don't feel like RSVPing, or you know you gonna forget to possibly get that premium badge, I don't see where else the premium badge really worked except for the big events. So I mean, it just depends. So if you got a little extra money to, you know what I'm saying, I say get the premium, to be honest. It's still limitations with that, but I'll get into that a little bit later. All right, next thing, events that I went to what I think is the best event that they have, and like I said, this is me, the Bay Brigade. That shit is so much fun. Shout out to what is the story mode, Bay? That shit is lit, bro. That shit is fun as fuck. So basically, if you don't know what it is, it's two people. Let's say I got a team, you got a team. And the subject is best TV shows. Oh, best TV show theme song, right? It's best TV show theme song. And okay, we gonna play the Proud Family. Okay, then the crowd do their thing, blah 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 blah. But you gonna play That's So Raven. Now the crowd, and I was like, whose was better? Then the crowd be like, this was better, that was better, and they just do that down the line. They did that for like summer, the best summer song, or like, you know, songs you would, if you're trying to bag your crush, stuff like that. That one was dope as hell. They I remember Dante team, they played Kiss Me Through the Phone. And I ain't gonna lie, Cleo Thomas team, boy, that team, that needed some work. But see, that's why I hit people up. Nobody wanted to get me in there, man. I would have had y'all, Cleo. I would have had y'all, but it is what it is. But yeah, that is the best, 100% the best one to me. But I don't know, maybe just because I'm a singing nigga, I like R&B and I like music. So maybe that. If music's not your thing, maybe not. But that to me, the best event. 2K tournament. So I decided to get up on 2K tournament because I'm pretty decent in it. I won my first match. I was like, hell yeah. And I played that second.
How do
I played the second one. Whooped my ass. All right, is what it is. Played the third one. I left in the middle of the match. Get the fuck out. I'm out of here. Fuck this. Fuck 2K. Fuck this tournament. But I'm gonna tell you what it really was. I wasn't prepared for the settings. They didn't give the rules out, which I think is cool too, because you're not expecting the rules, you know what I'm saying? You don't have time to prepare, so you just gotta show up, whatever happens. They didn't give you the rules until the day of, and it was on Hall of Fame, which I should have, in my mind, I should have known that it's a Hall of Fame, no fatigue, so starters in the whole time, which I had. My starting five was good every time. What fucked me up was shooting on Hall of Fame. I could not make a shot, and a lot of them, they play 2-3, which is it's easy to break. If you don't know how to break 2-3, you drive down the middle, hit your wings, easy. I'm driving down the middle, hitting my wings. I am bricking every time. Every single time. It don't matter who it, slightly late, slightly early, slightly late, bro, it's bad. I'm like, yo, I'm just missing every shot. And so I just couldn't get it. Maybe I need to shoot on, I should have got in the lab and shot on Hall of Fame with people, but either way. But I think even that kind of started late on time. I mean, started late, but so basically the whole setup is you go in, and what you should do, either bring your own controller or rent a controller. Again, they don't tell you none of this, so you don't know. You just show up literally blindly and look for 2K tournament, or they did have a map though, which I do like that. The DreamCon app had a map, but you just show up, you're like, oh, what the fuck going on? And then it'll be people there who be like, oh, just wait on me, you know, make sure you look for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm waiting, and nothing's happening. So I try to go rent a controller. They're out of controllers. Okay, right. So then I just stay there. And then the dude say, oh, you're going against this guy, because he has it on his computer. Basically, like, it's a bracket, and he said, oh, you're going against this person. Okay, you go against them. You're done. You tell him, hey, I just beat him. Oh, I just lost. And he's going to tell you either to keep playing, because it's double elimination, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but it's double elimination. So yeah, but it's sections and stuff. I think that part is very organized. I think just the only part is just like they could be a little bit more communicate better. Like, hey, bring your own controller, or make sure that you rent a controller. Not too big things, because they're going to make sure you have a controller regardless. But you know, so that's probably my only thing about that. I think it was ran very well. Yeah. Okay, then I did the Disney. It was like basically sing along Disney. This was a good event too. If you like Disney, I highly recommend this, because they're singing all of them. They're singing songs you've never even heard of. They're singing High School Musical. They're doing the dance. They're telling people, if you know the dance, come up there. The dude, damn, what is that goofy movie that y'all love that I do not like? And I know it. Oh my God. Now I gotta look it up. Okay, yeah. So it was, I can think, the first Goofy movie. Yeah, I do not like that Goofy movie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like it just my Goofy movie is a extremely goofy movie. When Gang went to college, that is the Goofy movie. But whatever. He went up there, somebody dressed as Powerline, and he was like, hey, I do the dance, because somebody come up here and sing it. So you got two people come up there, ran from the crowd, went up there on their own, and was like, hey, you know, I know the verses or whatever. And they was up there singing, he was up there dancing. It was cool, good vibes. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Great vibes. And they played oh my God, they played oh my God, Sister Act 2. The mighty chorus. I was like, yeah, they like, bro, they play the jams, bro. They really do. So I think that's one of my top events too. But next event is the YouTube Lounge. I don't even know if you want to call it an event, but I'm gonna call it YouTube Lounge. So we was able to get in the YouTube Lounge this year. Yo, shout out to y'all. We was able to get in the YouTube Lounge. It was cool. You get in there, you got to get a wristband. You got to keep the wristband on the whole weekend, which is ass, because taking it off is really bad. But whatever, you got to have it on. You go in, and there's two spots where you can take pictures, right? There's a YouTube gaming, I guess, section where you can take a picture automatically for you. It has YouTube gaming in the back, whatever. Then there's a spot where you can take you put your phone in there, and it's a YouTube, like, I don't even know what you want to call it, but a YouTube little thing that you're in. You taking pictures, videos. I did videos. So I like just play with it. So I did videos and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Then the best part of that YouTube lounge is the cheat code. The cheat code is basically people who work for YouTube sit there and you ask them any questions you want to ask. Me, I wanted to ask them, like, tell them like, hey, I do reaction content, right? How can I make sure people see my content? Because that's always been my thing. Like, I don't have to have 100 million, I don't know, people. I just want you to look at my video. That's what I want you. If you like reaction content, how do I get this in front of them? Because once they see it, not gonna lie, they're gonna be hooked. You know what I'm saying? Our community over here is dope anyways, but they're gonna be hooked. And so what they did was, bro looked at my YouTube page. He talked about, he's like, your thumbnails is actually pretty good. The only thing is with your titles. Change your titles instead of trying to be like, Srotonn reacts to, try to make up your own title, which I tried before and it didn't work. But I was like, you know what? I'll try it again. He actually works for YouTube. So we're going to be doing that. You'll see that change a lot more on the channel. But that was a great experience. They also have panels. Now the panels, to me, and shout out to YouTube, shout out to DreamCon. This is respectfully, I'm not trying to shit on y'all. I did not like the panels. The panels, it seemed very on the surface level. It was like people was up there like, keep posting, stay consistent. You find out what time works for you to post. And it's like, maybe if I had no knowledge, because I like to do research on things like this. If I had no knowledge, yeah, maybe I would enjoy this, but I do research on stuff like this. Then they had people talking about the algorithm. I'm like, oh, they about to drop some gems, right? You should do this and do that. They was like, we don't know, it'll say how the algorithm is going to be. It was like, imagine trying to find all these videos to match just for one person. That's how hard it is for the algorithm to figure it out. And it's like, oh brother, like I thought y'all was gonna be like, the algorithm is like this, the algorithm is like that. But I just feel like the panels, to me, just not worth it. I think everything else is cool, everything else is dope. They have a spot where you can play games in. It's not a lot of games. It's like what game was in there? Astrobot was one of them. The game where you can play soccer as a car, I can't think of it right now. But yeah, everything else was dope. What I would do, I would give, instead of a panels, give something like for creators to get to know each other. Like I remember they did like a treasure hunt or something like a couple years ago, where like you have to talk to a creator that does this, you have to talk to a creator that does that. Give creators a chance to network with each other, because these panels, if they're going to keep coming here saying stay consistent on YouTube, I'm good. I don't think that's beneficial to everybody. Respectfully. But I think that's all as far as the YouTube lounge. I only went for a couple minutes every Friday and Saturday, but then I left afterwards because once the panel started, I was gone. Yeah, dodgeball. Some of these I am going to try to talk to, like if you're a creator and as if you're just a regular fan of these creators. So as a creator, I would not really go to a lot of these things to stay long. I mean, I wouldn't stay long at any of these things. I went to these things just to get footage for TDC, which is coming out in the vlog. I don't know when the vlog is coming out, probably sometime next week, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, so I went, to me, it just feels like a waste of time. Dodgeball started probably like 45 minutes late. And I don't know, maybe it was 30 minutes late, but it didn't start on time. And that's my problem. And I don't mind if they're like, I'm not saying it has to be dead on center, like 5 o'clock, You know, it could have been 5:05, 5:10, 5:15. 30 minutes late is insane, but that pushes my whole day back from stuff that I'm trying to do. Like, I don't know if y'all like know how life works, but pushing something 30 minutes back is not no small thing for people who's got stuff planned. But yeah, dodgeball started late. I was already irritated, so I got footage for y'all for the vlog. And then probably the last event that I went to was the basketball game, right? The basketball game. The basketball game, I actually started on time. I was late to that because I left Bay Brigade early because Bay Brigade kind of like it was going on during the same time as the basketball game, kind of. But then I wanted to be able to charge my Osmo Pocket was dying. My phone was kind of dying. So I wanted to be able to charge up before I get there. And I was like, oh, they not finna start on time. They started on. They did. So I probably was like 30 minutes late, but I caught the second quarter, halftime. I caught second quarter and on. So I wasn't really tripping like that. And again, but I think that's because they was in, I don't know nothing from nothing, but I think it's because they was messing with those people's venue and them. Listen, them other people, they don't, if you say you gonna go answer, you better answer, not answer. And then with the DJ at the dodgeball concert, now I'm just ranting now. the DJ at the dodgeball thing event, he was like, hey, yeah, I know this shit is supposed to start at 5:30, 5 o'clock or whatever the hell. But y'all know what it is. It's CP time. What? CP time? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Start on time. Like, I was watching me and this girl in front of me just shaking their head because that's ridiculous. Niggas got shit to do. One thing I liked about these events, I'm gonna close it out like at this. Close the event section out like this. There's so much stuff to do. And there is never a time where you can go to that convention and not do something. There is something happening here. There's something happening during the basketball game. So if you don't want to go see Mark miss all his shots, you can go to the comedy show, I think it was, or something. Like, there's just always something going on that you like. And so I think the events that they have at DreamCon is amazing. You're not gonna be able to do everything. And I think that's the best part, because you can do something different every single time you go. But yeah, so those are the events I went to. It was those are probably the events that I liked. Well, and when I gave you the likes and dislikes. But people I met. I met a lot of people, ran into a lot of people. I met King Vader. I don't know if y'all know who Nowsy Nows is, but he's the dude that do this and it disappears, and then he's like with Lean and Cuisine in them. So yeah, as an old nigga, that was very exciting, because I remember when they was like at their peak. Yeah, so that was exciting for me seeing Nowsy Nows. I saw Lean and Cuisine in both of them and R&B only, but I couldn't get to Lean and Cuisine because because there was a big ass line like just where I was. So I was like, don't worry about it. So I saw Let's Keep It a Buck. I went to their party. I'll talk about that later. Omar was shorter and stockier than I thought he was. Damo was actually nicer than I thought he was, which I kind of figured, you know what I'm saying? But Sage was still awkward. Like, sometimes I would like kind of go up to Sage, I asked him a question, and then he would just like, I don't know. It was like he was, I don't know. I don't know if I have like how can I say this? I don't know if I have a intimidating personality, because I mean, that happened with Sage in Souls. Like, I would go up to them and they would almost be like, who the fuck is this? Like, and it wasn't, I don't know, like, I wasn't like tripping on it. I just be like, hey, what up? What up? Blah, 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 blah. I like this, I like that. And they would just kind of like be looking at me a little bit. That's like, I was thrown off about that a little bit. But essentially, all the Let's Keep It a Buck folks is cool. I met Cruz, I met Dre, because they would always say their names, but I was like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? But it was cool to put face to names. I met Internet City. I met was it Young Simba, the guy? I'm sorry, I don't really know your name. I just let off the top of my head, but I seen a couple of her videos. I met Cameron. That was exciting for me because Cameron, I remember watching Cameron's older stuff, and then he just like kind of blew off. He just blew the fuck up. So that was cool seeing Cameron. Cameron was extremely nice. Who else did I meet? I saw is it Emiru? I don't know. Emiru and Extra Emily. Funny Mike and Emily had like a crowd around them. Like they was going up the escalator and people was like following them. It's crazy. I saw Ray and Chris Next Door in the exhibit hall. I think that might be it. As far as like who I like saw up close. No, there was this one girl. What is her name? Connie. It was Connie. So, and the reason I recognize Connie, because I still have never seen anything that she's done. But the reason I recognize Connie, because I was watching a YouTube video on Tay Too Smooth, I think is his name, and how he was like bullying her in a Discord call. And I like I was walking downtown to my hotel, and she like walked right past me. I was like, oh, that Connie? But I didn't say nothing to her. I'll be honest. I just I don't know the girl. I'm be honest with you. And I don't want nobody to feel like I'm trying to like holla at you or some shit, to be honest. So, and especially I've never seen your content, so you know, I just let it be. Shout out to her though. But I think that's all the people that I met up close. Oh, I saw my dog Eli So Fly. I met Eli So Fly, man. So if you don't know who Eli So Fly, go look him up on YouTube. One of the best animators and storytellers. I think it's one of the young storytellers and animators on YouTube to me personally. But yeah, Eli So Fly was amazing. He was dope. He was easy to talk to. I was actually we were supposed to do an interview, but I fucked up and I was let me tell y'all something. When you get a new camera, it's so aggravating, bro, because you really have to, you just go through so many complications. I was recording in slow-mo like the whole morning, and I didn't know that until I looked at me and his footage and it was in slow-mo. I was like, fuck. But slow-mo doesn't pick up any audio. If it did, that'll be different. I could slow it down, but that sucks, because I really wanted him in that interview. But it's cool. We're gonna have time to collab in the future. But I think that's all the people that I met. Parties. One thing about parties, y'all, and this kind of goes with everything. Have a plan. There's so many people that I saw, and even people that I knew personally, was like, yeah, I didn't know that was happening. I just showed up. Nigga, you gotta have a plan. Have a plan, bro. They was dropping these things over and over and over on Twitter. Like, bro, if you're not gonna be on Twitter, have somebody that you know that's on Twitter send you the information. So I knew about all these parties. I knew about RSVPing for everything. Have a plan, y'all. Don't just go out there blindsided. Oh, this is DreamCon. I'm just enjoy DreamCon. Have a plan. Have a plan, y'all. It makes it 10 times easier. Parties. Okay, the first party I went to was R&B only on Thursday night. Man, tell you, that shit was amazing. It was fun as hell. People have energy in there, dancing. Land Party, Land Party has a cosign from me when it comes to parties. Their parties, amazing. I have not been to one of their parties yet. And again, this is my first year, but I've not been to their parties yet and not had fun. And that's amazing because I'm a dancing old ass R&B loving ass baby. But man, everybody's in there dancing, everybody's in there singing. It is amazing. It is. So that was Thursday night. Friday, I was supposed to go to Trap Sushi. I'm old. I went to sleep. I went straight to sleep. I tried to stay up. I was like, oh, I can do it because I don't want to waste $20. I will get that $25 back. Went to sleep. Went to sleep. But it was definitely needed though. So I'm glad. Stayed in, was on FaceTime with my fiance. and we just kind of vibed. I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy, like the last one they just released, and I was like, oh shit, I've never seen this one. It was a good vibe. One of those days I think you should take off, unless you're a young nigga. If you're a young nigga, you shouldn't be taking no days off. Go in there, have a good time. Now Saturday. Now my fiance is probably her first time even like knowing this, but I bought tickets to two things. So I spent way more money than I should have. And both of these was $40. I spent $80 on parties. Don't do that. Don't do that. The reason I wanted to do it, and this is me being totally honest, and shout out to Camp. That was the club that AMP did there. Shout out to AMP. This is respectfully. I knew that AMP party was going to be kind of trash, in my opinion. But that's just my vibe. Like their vibe, the people who went to AMP's party, that's their vibe. They just want to stand there. They just want to look at the girls. They just want to, I don't know, get in the section and just stand there. That's their bag. So I bought the 90s 2000s as a let me see it. And that's exactly what happened. I should have gone with my gut and got the 90s 2000s first, but I didn't. I got the AMP one first. I thought I can get the AMP one. But I was like, my old nigga brain turned up because I know how people be. And I was like, let me get this 90s and 2000s just in case. So I went to the AMP party and I sat there, and I think the drinks was on I think the dude next to me, he was like, he paid, I don't know how, he paid like a crazy amount of, let me back it up. I'm walking in, I have a ticket, so I'm not worried. So I go through the line and shorty say, oh, it's $200 for fucking what? What is $200, by the way? What is $200? He said to get in. I've never showed somebody a QR code so fast in my damn life. I flashed that QR code so fast. She's like, oh, okay. I'm not, bro, y'all, they was charging $200, y'all. And you know what's crazy? Niggas paid it. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, you know what do people say? If you broke, just say it. If that's what constitutes being broke and I want to pay $200 to get in the club, hey, guess I'm broke. But yes, to go in, so I'm just standing around and I see this dude getting a drink. Well, I'm by this dude who getting a drink. And I remember she said, like, it was crazy. It was like, he had one drink and it was like $25 or some shit. I was like, God damn. And I think he was like, yeah, bro, I paid like $60 for two drinks. I was like, man, no sirree. But I stayed there for a little bit, just get the vibe of everything. That's where I met King Vader. And I was like, okay, King Vader here might not be trash. It was trash. And I said, yeah, I'm not. And again, a good thing to put in here, it's already 11 o'clock. So I waited till like 11:30, 11:45. I got up out of there. I went to the 90s 2000s party. So that party is about 12, bro. It's about 12. It's a long ass line, which I knew it was gonna be because it's 12. So it took me probably about 30, 45 minutes to get in. I had an amazing time. Land party. Y'all got it, bro. Like that shit is dope. It's just fun. Everybody have a good time, bro. Everybody not worried about trying to see their favorite creators, which if that's your bag, that's your bag. But that's just not mine. It's like everybody just in there to have fun, sing. So dancing, like all that stuff, bro. Like it was amazing. So those are the parties I went to. I did not go to any official after parties simply because I'm an old nigga, y'all. I keep telling y'all this. And it was 18 plus. I don't want to be around the baby. I don't want to be around the babies, man. Like, cause you never know with young niggas, man. And I know a lot of them who come to DreamCon actually don't be on no bullshit, but I just I don't want to be around the baby. Let me go with the 21 plus people who, you know what I'm saying, got a little bit more, you know what I'm saying. So I didn't want to go to any official after parties, even with Meg being there. Shout out to Meg. I love her music. She actually had a section at DreamCon where you could and it was busy like all the time, except I went like early in the morning. You could go in, you could take a picture with her, I don't know, like cutout or whatever, and then you could, I guess she has a tequila now. I didn't know that. She has a tequila now. You could try it, and it's not much. It's like probably, I don't know, it's like half a cup. Again, we're at a convention, y'all. We're not trying to get drunk. So it's like half a cup, but you get to taste it and stuff. And so I think stuff like that is pretty cool. But yeah, shout out Megan Thee Stallion, but nah, man, not the kids, not the kids. No, I can't be around the kids. Y'all, they got it. All right, so I think that's kind of everything I want to say about the parties. Like I said, y'all, look ahead. These things are on Twitter, and if you need the name of his land parties, Trap Sushi, and but honestly, the way I found it, I typed in DreamCon space party, and it floods it. So I like a month out, I would go and look at what parties you want to go to, and these things are going to get sold out, by the way. So if you don't figure out what you want to do the morning of before 12 o'clock, it's going to be sold out. I'm telling you. So what I advise for people to do, don't buy your tickets early like I did, unless you know, like, for sure I'm going to this, like Thursday R&B only. You gotta go to that. Oh, I don't think I talked about it. Let's keep it a butt party. But yeah, R&B only is this Thursday night. I feel like it's the only thing going on, but I think they have like skating parties too, but gotta go to that. Other than that, everything else, fill it out what you want to do. If you old like me, I wouldn't go out on Friday. But Saturday I would go out, but see what you want to do on Friday, Saturday. If you the standing around type, just vibing to the music, go to whatever, you know what I'm saying, shit going on that night. If you the energetic, I'm trying to get down, go to like one of the LAN parties, if I'm being honest. Because LAN party actually had two. They had the Battle of the DJs and they had 90s and 2000s. So yeah, but let's keep it a butt party. So everything was free. Shout out to them boys. Everything was free to get in. Free drinks if that was your bag. You got to meet them up close and personal, say what's up to them. You got to, like I said, all those people, Internet City, Young Simba, all those, Cameron, they was all at the party. Tevin, I'm not familiar with Tevin, but I know they really like Tevin. So Tevin was there if that's your bag. Yeah, so I hope, let's keep it a buck, every time they do DreamCon, they do stuff like this. It was an amazing party. It really was. Yeah, but I think that's all I gotta say about the parties. Let's go to cost, man. Let's go to how much everything costs, right? How much everything costs. Me personally, I think to be comfortable, you need like $2K on the side. And that's me just like saying like comfortable. I'm talking about you ain't gotta worry. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You got money when you come home. That's just me. Because let's say clothes. Let's just do some math. The mighty Cora. Yeah. So clothes, I don't spend a lot of clothes at all. That's just not my thing. But let's say clothes is $100 for me. And of course you can mix and match to your likability. But say $100 for clothes, right? My flight and hotel together was like $700. The flight was like $200. It was something $200, and then my hotel was like $4 something. I don't know if that's $700. I'm gonna say I'm around up to $700, right? $700 plus the premium badge, which I think is worth it. If you're gonna be there, you're already at $1,000. Ubers. So I did a Lyft, and honestly all my Lyfts was under $10. except for the one to the airport, of course, and Saturday night. So, and let's say I Ubered twice a day, right? We're like 3 times. I Ubered 3 times a day. So 3 times a day. Let's do $30 on Ubers per day. Because Thursday, I don't think did I Uber a lot? I walked on Thursday, which I don't know if I would have done that. But you probably get some walking in. So let's not put Thursday in there. Let's do Friday and Saturday. Oh, I did Uber on Thursday. I Ubered to and from. Let's keep it a buck. So let's say Saturday, we're definitely gonna be $30. Friday, it'll be $30. And Thursday, $60. Thursday, let's see how much let's say 20. So let's say $80 for Ubers and Lyfts the whole time. Well, actually, no, let's say 100. Fuck it. $100 on Ubers the whole time you're there, right? Parties, all of them are $40. Kind of tough, but they're all $40. How many? I'm not gonna put in my $80 because I don't think you should do that. You shouldn't pay for 2 parties, and just in case. Thursday, I think actually was 40. Let's say just say parties is $40. You're partying on Thursday, you're partying on Friday, you're partying on Saturday. Even though I don't think you would party, you should party Friday, but let's just say you partying all 4 days, right? You partying all 3 days. So it's 40 times 3, 120, right? Food. I think you should have a hotel that has free breakfast. I did the Holiday Inn Express. I am very cheap when I'm by myself. Not my fiance, but when I'm by myself, I'm very cheap. So breakfast was already covered. Food there, let's say it's like, I don't know how much they would charge for the Chick-fil-A, but it's pretty much like $20, 15, let's say $15, fuck it, $20 per meal while you're there. So let's say you eat times a day, right? 3 times a day with no breakfast, because not every hotel has breakfast. So 60 on Friday, 60 on Sunday, 60 on Saturday, right? So we another 120 plus say 30 on Thursday. Let's say 40 on $40 worth of food on Thursday. Let's just do that. Basketball game is like, I don't know, let's say 20, whatever. So you looking for real, and you could play with this depending on however you want. I think you need 2K to be super duper comfortable. Now it seems like if you want to be like kind of comfortable, you need 1,700. Expensive ass con. And you know what's crazy? I told my fiance, I was like, I feel like this is gonna be 2K. She was like, nah, that's crazy. 2K. I know it's an extra $500 missing, but and this is rounded up and shit like that. But all in all, like I said, I give DreamCon a 9 out of 10 only because as an army nigga, I don't like being late. So I don't like when people start late. I'm going, and then the shit, I just don't be fucking with it. But great thing they're doing with DreamCon. Everybody's super nice. I went by myself. I was talking to a lot of people. I networked very easily. I don't think anything about it where I was like, it was kind of easy. If you're an introvert, it might be a little hard, but I'm extroverted. The interviews went very well. Everybody's easy to talk to. Good vibe, man. Everything they say good about DreamCon is true. Believe the hype. But I think that's all I gotta say. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Then we're gonna get up out of here till next time. I'm out.